So now I'm gonna go to Ira Othel French relationships. And I have his children, obviously, Lois Woll, Robert Edward French, David Ross French. I have his spouse as Bertie French. Do you know his father and mother's name?
His father's name Robert French. I have to sign this.
And do you know anything about Robert's birthplace?
I guess I was going to be able to do this really easy. Robert French.
Depends on how close this one is, actually. If Kansas
Middle
goes
name
away,
too.
He was.
then they'll, especially like in our market.
No, I only know his name Robert French. He was born May 3rd.
It is. Well, it's for both, actually.
1872.
No, that's cool.
It's actually, it's for 4th.
And he died December 3rd, 1926 at 9:30
Well, it's weird. I
a.m.
mean, it's like
My dad, this is my dad's
everybody
record.
else.
He wrote this all down.
That's cool.
But the term is
Where did where was he born and died at?
trucking
Um,
trade show. So
He was
one guy
born
is
in
from Ohio State. He's a
at Clifton, West
company
Virginia.
down there, so he wants to go
In
and stay on
Mason
Friday
County.
for the Ohio State game. But Michigan State will probably play on Thursday. So I'm talking about going down
Clifton?
too. So we can go over
It
and
says
see if we can
Clifton,
get in
West Virginia.
and
Yes.
see the game.
It's
But
interesting.
he's
It
going to
doesn't
stay
come
for
up.
Friday to see Ohio State.
Oh,
Oh
it's
yes,
kind
it
No
does.
matter
Oh.
what.
It took. Oh,
I was
Well,
West
surprised
Virginia,
though,
not
the
Washington.
is
No,
expensive
West
than I thought
Virginia.
they
comes up
needed to be.
Washington. So.
Yeah, well, it could be those names have changed.
Yeah,
I went to a concert there,
Oh.
I never stayed there.
It's
Clifton, Mason, West Virginia, USA, and Death Place.
The Hillsboro,
I
Illinois.
never thought anything of it. Never. But we were just there for a trade show.
He's even got the-
like,
The name of the cemetery.
and
That might help.
they built this down.
What is this cemetery?
Oak Grove Cemetery.
And they strategically put like the football stadium and the basketball arena
But he doesn't have all that about his mother.
right
Hillsboro.
on like
That doesn't
either
show up
end
either.
of it.
It's
On
still
either end of
there.
the convention center.
Papa worked
So
there at the
everything
Hillsboro
is, like,
Country Club
right there,
before I
and
knew.
then
I'm gonna spell
Any
it.
cab will take you anywhere in
I
this
don't
downtown
know why he
area
doesn't have this
for
about his mother.
$5.
Oh,
If you go a
What's
block,
his
it's
mother's
$5. If you
name?
go 10 bucks.
His mother's
blocks,
name
it's $5.
Grace
oh, that's me.
So you get in. Here's $5.
Let,
Or you give him a couple
L-E-T-T,
extra bucks for a tip,
which
and he'll take you
in
anywhere you
checking
go. Any
might
hotel,
turn
any
into
bar,
L-I-T-T.
restaurant,
I
anything.
found her in the
So it's
Mormon
really
plate
cool.
as
You're not like,
L-I-T-T.
okay, no,
Okay.
it's $5.
Right.
Birthday
I
and
don't have her birthday.
death date.
But
Death
a lot of
date,
it's
June
walking.
1st,
Evidently,
41.
they're gonna cover the main
Before
street
my parents were
in
born. And where'd she die at?
She also died in Hillsboro, Illinois.
So it's gonna be like a
I
walk
should have
wall
that,
type thing.
her birthday
They're gonna
somewhere.
cover it. And it's really, I mean, I was stunned. I mean, we had a good time.
Oh, I bet I
Different
know what it is.
restaurants and things like that to go to, and it's really neat. So it'll be a good place for this tournament. And the Big Ten football is gonna be there too, which is perfect.
Yeah.
But they just built a brand new JW Marriott, which is huge. And I know that's why the prices are probably not too high, because they got all these rooms they gotta fill.
We were in Chicago and turned it into there, but we couldn't get tickets to go, but the hotels were, it was crazy.
Oh yeah, Chicago's ridiculous. I always stay, when I go for business even, I don't even stay downtown.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I stay at Midway Airport, and if I don't wanna drive, I just hop on the train and it takes me to the loop.
Oh,
And so you just get on the subway and you're there within, 10 minutes, and you only pay like $2-3 to get, I don't know how much it is to get on the subway.
Robert.
So, and you can do that, and then you go,
I'm
go
sorry,
back, but the
Othel
hotel's only
French?
like 100 to 150
Ira
bucks
Othel is a real name.
at Midway Airport.
Oh, okay. And
It's
so
not the greatest
parents
neighborhood,
were the
but
parents,
they're all on a
and
block.
forgive me
There's 10
because I don't have it
hotels
up on my
in
screen.
one,
Parents
and it's-
were they
it's
Robert
fenced in.
French and
So there's a
Grace?
few restaurants there,
French.
so you don't have to leave, and
that's good.
so
Parents
it's
of
kinda
Othel.
nice, but, no, you're right, Chicago's, it's not as bad as Detroit.
Parents of Othel?
These like so
Or
much
Ira
to give
Othel.
us.
That was Robert French,
Okay.
who my brother Bob is named for.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
his,
So we would've
and,
had the next day, 'cause
his,
when
so
their
that would be,
team lost, there was
Oh,
like-
okay.
wait a minute, I get some
Yeah.
stuff.
It's okay.
Make
The
it
parents
big.
of my
Something
father,
like that. Something weird happened where we bust out.
New York,
Parents of
if
my
New
father
York is,
were Robert French
you get
and
paid
Grace
$300 or
Lett.
$400 to stay right in Manhattan.
My sister's med school there. She
Got it?
graduates in June.
Yeah.
And then
There is
in-
I'm trying to get matches here. There's an Opal French
and
who was born in 1904 in West Virginia.
so expensive.
Father was
The
Robert
first time I was
French.
there, I went to this little shop and I asked for a hamburger.
Mother was
The lady was
Gracie.
like, $18.
Yeah, they get it because her name is Grace E.
What is that
Her middle
called?
initial
She
is
said,
E.
"That's just for
So
the
she comes up
hamburger."
Gracie's.
So I was like,
He's got it down
Well,
for
were you in
Gracie
Times
Nash.
Square?
So.
Yeah, that's the
Nash.
problem.
I had no
No.
idea
No.
though.
Not right.
But if you go 2 blocks, it's regular price.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Well, when we went, Penny and I, we stayed at 7th and
Do you remember how
And
you found out it was Letts?
so we were staying
Her name? My father wrote it
We
down.
went downstairs.
Oh, it's written down right there?
Yeah.
We both had a deli sandwich.
Grace Ellen Lett French. No birth date, died June
Iced
30th.
tea or something.
Yeah.
It's $45.
That is cool.
Excuse me?
That's
You know
good.
what she
And
brings
she was born about
Just for
1880.
all of us here, you know, as
Grace
a group, you know, what is it,
According
just
to
the
Ancestry
two, or,
Club.
you know, because we're not with them, you
In
know.
West Virginia?
Yeah, but then I
Yes.
just went, but then I just went, I was there in, like September, October, and I went 2 blocks off, like 8th and 47th Street.
I got some good leads
Oh,
in
cool,
here.
I'll go in there.
Cool. And you're positive it was
The
Letts,
salad
not
was
Nash.
$10.
No,
you
not
know,
Nash.
and-
That name isn't any
Yeah,
place in our
thinking,
family.
oh,
Do you have
Okay.
further
no,
Letts?
this was,
You,
Oh, yeah.
it is,
You
if
do?
you're in Times
Here you
Square.
go.
then
This is on
you're there and
Ancestry
you're standing in
Plus. So here
line
she
To
is
go to Olive Garden.
in,
Really? You're in New York. You're gonna go to the
I
Olive
was
Garden?
talking about that. with
how do
my
we go
dad.
here?
Like, I couldn't believe it.
Where does she go to med school?
was
Churro Palette. It's
okay,
just
we're
a
looking at
Oh,
Ira.
Um,
Do you know any of his siblings' names?
So it was like affiliated
My
with one of the
father?
hospitals?
Yeah.
It is.
You ready?
I just-
Got a lot of room?
what are the
Um,
hospitals there? It is.
Just throw them out to me. I'll record them in a second, but just throw them out. What are they?
Okay, my father's
So
siblings
she's
are
graduating then this year.
Yeah, and she'll know next week where her residency is actually.
Fred
Oh, okay.
French,
16th they announce it.
Okay.
Carl French,
Mm-hmm.
Emil French,
Mm-hmm.
And she picked
George
New York
French.
All right, hold on a second.
coming back to
That's
me.
what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear Emil and Fred. It's good.
Unfortunately, when
this
she ranked them, she
Roy.
wanted to stay in New
Hold on,
York.
hold on.
Now, things have changed for her.
I gotta
She
get this
wants to
all in
come
here.
back, but she ranked Michigan
Parents,
last, so I don't know how
Robert,
that's gonna work out.
Oh,
And Grace.
wow,
So, we'll see.
I'm gonna say these and look at your sheet, okay?
okay. Oh, I know him.
Emil,
Yes,
George,
yes,
Roy,
yes,
Speed it up.
Virginia,
yes.
and that's all they gave me on this one. Now hold on though, because that was from the very old census, so it might have been a census before the next people were born.
This is, class
Roy
two.
was the youngest.
The other one's for his dissertation.
This okay, I'm gonna look at the 1910 census now
Yeah.
and see what all matches up.
Oh, no more.
Have you ever looked at the censuses?
Yes, lots of them.
They're very cool. That's where you find the spelling errors and stuff
Yeah.
like
yeah.
that.
Get a PhD next
Okay,
year.
so I got
Stop.
I was
Robert
so excited. I was
French
like, "You can't
and
go to
Grace
school
French
for this,
as far
you
as
have
the
all the letters." And I was like,
parents.
I could get a second PhD, and I was like, no, you're not.
Alright, I have Fred,
That's fun.
Carl.
Did you
Okay,
open
Fred
it
and
all
Carl are
up?
half brothers. They have a
Yeah.
different mother.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that on our
Which
page.
I don't know if you care.
I do. I just don't know how to put it on here. But I'll get to that.
Okay.
Emil and George. We already got those guys, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna save that.
Pat's old fat. I'll root for him. Stupid.
Hillsboro, I had spelled it wrong.
Oh,
That's why I wasn't coming up. It's B-O-R-O.
Oh, you have to hate Clemson.
Alright.
Her uncle played basketball in South Carolina.
So
He's
I
in
gotta
like the Hall
return
of
to my
Fame.
tree.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he was an All-American. He played in the NBA. Her uncle did, yeah. So you go to these games, you walk in. We went last year to see South
Looking
Carolina
at
football,
Ira.
which was fun.
I want to get into Ira
before the two T
and
was a quarterback and everything, but we went to the
then we'll
basketball
go
game the
through
night before,
Don and
and you walk in,
Grace,
there's this
or Robert,
huge picture of him, you know, on the wall, and then he walks.
Something funny. I was doing a little bit of research beforehand, and there's Ira
Just walking
French.
through, you know.
The first one I come to is a
Bow.
black
It's
slave in like
ridiculous.
Virginia. I go, I don't think that's the
So
one.
funny, the whole clip.
But a lot of other things
It's not, it's only like
connected.
3
That's
hours
why
from
Druid
Clay's school.
had relatives in
But
Detroit.
it just
Really?
didn't work out with their indoor meets
definitely
this year with
different.
him losing his car.
Okay,
too.
so this is where I'm at right now. Ira, Othel
To
French,
go down and go
spouse,
to the games,
Birdie,
for everything.
children, Lois,
And you get a free weekend,
Robert,
you get free food, you know, get to like,
Was he okay?
father Robert,
With the accent, like he.
yeah,
Mother
all he did was cut
Grace.
his finger.
That's it.
siblings,
They were on a
and this is
dirt
where you
road
can
and
check
they
me.
weren't going all that fast. I think he
Sure, I
said they
got
were
them.
probably going like 30,
Fred,
35.
Carl,
Because he was going
Emil,
around a turn.
George,
Kinda got swooped
Roy,
by a
and
deer.
Virginia.
Saw a deer out in the field.
There was
It
another
wasn't in the
one.
road, it was
Okay.
kind of in the field.
He only lived a year.
That's
As he
fine.
got around the corner,
His name was Edward.
he went, so he's going around the
Okay.
corner and the back end went into the
Any
ditch.
birthday,
Yes.
birthplace?
And
June
he
8th,
corrected it and he got it
1915.
back out, but when he came back out, he was sideways.
July
And he
31st,
caught the edge.
1916.
And so they rolled.
Yeah,
They
places.
didn't actually do the whole thing.
That would
They
have
went on
been
passenger side,
Hillsborough, Illinois.
yeah, passenger side roof.
And that,
ended
and
up
do you have
on the
Virginia's
driver's side.
dates?
Hold on just a
And
minute.
so his buddy was above him, because he had a friend of his in the car. And he said, they were standing like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you know, and so his friend got the door open, and then he climbed out,
I don't. Edits.
and then Clay
Alright.
climbed back out
Roger.
and got out.
She was born April
And his
23rd,
friend, nothing to him. and Clay cut
1913.
his finger. They're not sure on what,
Right.
but
Died
something.
March
And if
16th.
you look at the pictures, like,
1920.
it's not crushed, but it
In
Yeah.
it
places.
came down
Hillsborough.
pretty good on his side, you know. And you know, he called. I had just been talking to him on texting.
Uncle Roy was born in Hillsborough too, I
It's
guess.
like 9:30 at night. Max, he called me, hey. And he starts explaining to me their whole day.
And that's Virginia.
I go, like, what are you calling me about? Dad, I read it.
Oh, you know what? Her name was really Anna
I said,
Virginia.
"You're okay
My
if
father
you're
didn't ever
talking
call her
to me."
anything
I
except
said, how's
Virginia.
Tyler?
Right.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's right here in the book.
I said, I really don't care. It's okay. You know, it's no big deal. But they didn't know where they were.
Oh, no.
So 8
They
years
knew.
older.
Well, they
so-
knew where they were. It was on a road that he runs on,
Okay.
but they didn't know the
And
name.
were there cars then?
So he had to call his roommate. Who's
Cars
also
got
on the team, and
invented
said,
right around
"Okay,
the turn of the
here's where I
century."
am.
Because
You and your girlfriend
it's
gotta
in my
drive out
head
here
that
in her
she was
car.
hit by a car.
So you can
Yeah,
tell
that's
the
possible.
police. I can't
1912,
call
yeah.
911 yet. I don't know
1920
where
she
I am.
died, so yeah. she
Right.
died.
Oh yeah.
So Chris had to go find the street names,
Right.
and then once he found where they were, they called
Okay.
the police, and the police came out.
Let me
The guy
check
was-
Robert
The
for a
police officer was
second.
really cool.
Robert.
I never talked to him. Clay handled the whole thing.
Robert being
Edward.
grandfather?
The guy really
No, no,
was
sorry, your
nice.
brother.
Wasn't a
My
jerk
brother?
about it,
Yeah.
you know. He wrote him a ticket.
Okay, I
Clay
got him
got
good.
it.
Okay.
So,
Now I'm gonna go back to Ira.
but he had to deal with the car for the whole